This Superbird is priceless. It's an original, paint code 999, Petty Blue. It is numbers matching. It's got the original engine, original fender tag, though it's been plated. You probably think it's a restored car, but in person you can see that it's substandard bodywork, substandard paint work. My goal would be to make this car look better than it ever did when it left the assembly plant.
This is one dang cool car.
Yeehaw! Put the beak a little that way. Now cut it. Now cut the sweep. Cut the sweep. Giggy ga, giggy ga. Cut the sweep. Cut the sweep.
Everything's gonna be all right. I promise, Dougie.
Promise. Dump in 10 gallons of gas without blowing ourselves up. Wish us luck on that one.
How you holding up, Royal? I'm starting to see colors.
And we're going to see if this thing will start. And if it starts, we're going out. We're going cruising. Can't keep a good Mopar down. You moron. Dougie just ruined the GoPro. Hey guys, this is a great example of how paint and filler can hide a multitude of sins on a car. This little beauty that you see me standing next to right here is our 70 Superbird, the Petty Blue car that Royal and Doug and I got running and took out for a tour to Springfield here a few seasons ago. Right. Well, I always look short in my Superbird. Do I look short in this Superbird?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping it real, buddy. Richard Petty, the king, number 43.
He's my friend. He's my friend.
He's not your friend. You've never met him in your life. You know Richard Petty?
Yes, I do. Met him years ago.
You saw him on TV. That doesn't make you his friend.
Nothing like these old cars.
Yeah.
Old,
They have their
old
own
muscle.
smell, their own feel, their own ride. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had the Hellcat Red Eye. I've had all the good stuff. You
Yeah.
got the cheese, man. Beautiful car, right? It looked great. Well, now that it's back from dipping, we are seeing things that, and I've already spoken to the owner, so no drama here. Apparently, this car back in the 70s was in a front-end collision. Here's how they clipped things back in the day. I believe that this is a 1969 front clip on our 70 Superbird. It's a real Superbird. It's the numbers matching, broadcast sheet fender text. Don't try to say something ain't something. Right here, look in very carefully at this line. We have a cut. We have a MIG weld across here, down here, up into here. This, from here forward, is a 1969 Plymouth or Dodge B-body. Right here, you see these little dots that Shane made where he's got to repair things. So basically from here to here, if you were to come through there and go and rip, throw that away and bring in another one. I think it's just amazing because the car looks so good, you never thought it had a clip on it until it came back from the dip. Back in those days, if you're just doing it at home, this is a great job, but if you were in a body shop, you would have probably tried to do it a little bit better. I got to get my old decrepit body in here for this. I want to point out this tunnel right here. This patch that you see is an automatic patch because the car's column shift automatic, which is standard on the Superbird. Look at these brazes along here. This is what you did back then. MIG welders weren't like they are today. Today they're very prevalent. Back then it was gas welding with brass, brazing rod. And that's what all of this is through here. Going around to the back, they came across this floor here and literally where the pan of the floor met the step well, they've welded it. It's a solid MIG weld. It goes straight across there, over to here, up this rocker panel, down the side. The whole car collectively as a unit came back together as a B-body, but it came back together as a B-body that was 69 on the front and 70 on the back. A misnomer is that the radiator supports are the same, and they're not the same. First big thing to point out, all Superbirds were max cooling. With max cooling, you got a 26-inch radiator opening. Look at the size of this opening from there to there. And then look at the size of the opening from here to here. This is a 22-inch opening, the small radiator, the standard radiator. That's why this opening appears wider, 4 inches wider. Therefore, the mounting points, they're gonna take that larger radiator. When the people made this front end work, the big 26-inch radiator would not bolt in here. to the original stationary nuts, which is this one here, this one here. This is narrower. So what they did was, you see this larger hole right here and this extra hole right here is so they could put the bigger radiator in the car. Let's talk about the differences that make this a 69 core support and that a 70 core support. The 69 and 68 uses these 3 bolt holes on each side to hold the fender in place. A 1970 doesn't. It bolts on from the front in these 2 holes. That's why you can see the blackout on the core support is camouflage. It's off because there was a fender on there when they painted it, and therefore it also does not have holes in the side other than this one lower hole right here. At a glance, if you're walking through a junkyard, look on the side of this one for those 3 holes. That's a quick way to tell. See this big hole here and this big hole here? Got 2 of them stacked on top of each other. Over here we have one big one. In addition to this one big one, what's different between 69 and 70 is how a battery mounts. In 69, a battery uses a strap up here to hold the leading front edge of the battery. In 70, the battery tray would bolt into that right there. So it goes up against the frame rail and it goes up against this right here. So this would be a completely different radiator support as well for that. Obviously, this guy drove the Superbird. You saw me and Royal and Dougie driving the Superbird around with this radiator support in it. But there was a lot of changes and a lot of extra holes made to make it work. Those are the basic differences between your 69 and your 70 radiator supports and 22 versus 26. This car is a real Superbird. I've checked everything. It's a real bird. It's a real car. But back in the day, they came along and found a 69 B body of some sort and put the radiator support in it. With that came these numbers. They didn't bother to change them. They weren't hiding anything. So these numbers right here don't match the VIN. They shouldn't match the VIN. They're off a completely different car. What we'll do now, putting this entire unit into this car, we're going to stamp those numbers with a dolly and hammer completely flat, file off the tops so there's no numbers. We want no numbers are better than the wrong numbers. But it's a good original 26-inch 70 Plymouth B-body opening, and that's what we gotta have. But with that, we know the car was clipped. We're just cleaning up the clip job back there, making sure that nobody can ever tell it was done. We're gonna leave the rest of this on because it's the same between 69 and 70. We just have to change out the baffles, upper tie bar, and lower crossbar. And then we'll have our Superbird ready to move forward with the rest of the metalwork.